Hi there. Today we'll be making mac and cheese. Here, we're going to wash our hands before we start cooking. First, you turn on some water. Get your hands a little bit wet. Then, you get some soap. Squirt some in your hands. And then scrub it together for about 20 seconds.
Step 1. Get a non-stick pot. Step 2. Get a 1 cup measuring cup. Step 3. Fill your 1 cup measuring cup up 6 times with water from the faucet. It doesn't really matter if the water is hot or cold. 1. Put your pot of water on the stovetop and turn the dial to high. You can put it on medium or low if you want. It'll just take longer to cook your mac and cheese. This water is not boiling. You can see there's little bubbles on the bottom and there's some steam, but it's not boiling.
This is what it looks like when it's boiling. All the bubbles are coming up to the top.
Step 7, get a box of mac and cheese and open it up. Inside there will be a cheese packet, and you're just going to set that aside for now. But there'll be lots of noodles, and you'll take your noodles and dump them right into the pot of boiling water.
You get a spoon and stir up the pasta so it doesn't stick to the bottom of the pan. You can do this every 5 minutes.
To test and see if your noodles are ready or if they're done, you'll take one noodle out. Just be careful, they're a little hot, but it's okay. And then you're going to take your noodle and rip it in half to see if there's any white stuff in the middle. If there's white stuff in the middle of the noodle, then it is not cooked done. But if you can tell on this one that there's no white parts in the middle, so this noodle is done, which means the rest of the noodles are also done.
So the noodles are all done. We have to turn off the heat so we don't burn ourselves. Then you move the pot off the heat source.
Now you'll need to get out a strainer and set it in the sink. Get your bowl of noodles. Be super careful because the water and noodles and pot are all super hot. And you're going to pour the water and the noodles right into the strainer. You might have to use your spoon to scrape the rest of the noodles out of the pot. And then you can set your pot back on the stove top where it's not hot. Once all the water has drained through the holes, you'll take your noodles and put them back in the pot that you cooked them in. And now you're ready to add your cheese. So remember, the cheese was in that white packet. You'll tear off the top of the cheese. There's your cheese. And dump all the cheese into the noodles. And stir it in. You want to make the powder disappear and not be clumpy. So now you can see that there aren't any more little clumps of cheese, and all the noodles have turned very yellow. That means that your cheese is nicely mixed into the noodles.